Peace, peace. Shalom, shalom, family. Y'all climb on in. Peace, peace, family. How y'all doing? We living in some very, very exciting times, family. Boy, it's been going down, especially in St. Louis, Minnesota. It's been going down worldwide. It's been going down across the globe, straight up. It's been becoming global. Y'all climb on in. Y'all see what we going over today. Health, healing, and spiritual awakening goes hand in hand. I really wanted to talk about that today and really just show like whenever you become conscious and whenever you become awake, that's when people really start getting into health and changing their eating patterns and changing their diets and stuff like that. We got a lot of questions today, and it's funny because it's like these people are most of these people that are asking for help and healing or people that's starting to love themselves. Notice people that don't love themselves or people that are not aware of who self is or people that's not conscious. They just walk around eating what the government tell them to eat. They walk around getting vaccines because the government tell them it's good. They walk around drinking milk because they actually think it's good for their bones. You see what I'm saying? These sleep people are the people that truly don't love themselves because they don't know how to love themselves correctly. These are the people whose cells have become deteriorating. Then they finally get that, they hit that, what I call is hitting rock bottom. Then they get diagnosed with a sickness and then they fear death. And then that's when they realize, hold on, I love myself. Let me start changing my lifestyle. Let me look deeper into who I am as an individual. Let me start searching out what awareness and consciousness is. And then you see people that really start healing from their diseases, they awake along the process. They become spiritual along the process. So we talking about holistic healing today, holistically. You know what I'm saying? Because it's impossible to heal the mind without healing the body. It's impossible to heal the body without healing the spirit. It's impossible to heal the body without healing the mind or the emotional aspect. So that's what we really finna get into today, because that's what these cases are about. A lot of our people are very, very depressed. A lot of our people are clinically mentally ill or insane. And only if we knew that a lot of this stuff is spiritual, but it's in a physical aspect too. We done cleaned many people up and cleaned out their brains and got their brains draining and really got all of the acidosis out of their body, got all of the pinworms, the hookworms, the flukes, the parasites out of their body. And once we got all of these things out of their body, we noticed that they wasn't mentally ill no more. And these are actually people that are considered mentally ill people, clinically on paper. Bipolar disorders, multi-personalities, things like that don't have it no more after they cleaned up their diet, changed their lifestyle, and started eating correctly. So they show you that even spiritual entities can invade your body or invade your molecular structure by the things or the type of chemistry that you put in your body. So we need to stop separating health and spirituality. They're the same exact thing, family. Let me give y'all some shout outs and we're gonna get started. My queen Adia in the building, shalom, shalom. Shara, shalom, shalom. Kimberly Simmons, shalom. Jeanette, shalom. Y'all climb in. Ready Red, shalom. Marsha Brown, how you doing? Ride Out Jamal, shalom, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Sarah, peace, queen. How you doing? Tiffany Daniels, how you doing, my sister? How you doing, queen? Jerry, everybody in the building. I know I can't get to everybody. We have a lot of interesting questions today that we're going to talk about. So remember, we have to start loving ourselves. You cannot tell me that you love yourself if you know that eating certain things are bad for you and it's going to damage your cells and it's going to potentially kill you, but you are so addicted to it that you eat it anyway. We have to learn self-discipline. We have to learn honor. We have to bring back these things to actually get our health back, y'all. You can't tell me you love your children if you take them to McDonald's every day and feed them Mickey D's every day when you know that it's human meat in the food. When you know that it's kangaroo meat in the food, when you know that the fries and the lettuce is made out of the plastic and get imported from China. How can you truly say you love them when you feed them death? How can you truly love an individual when you putting them in a violent or a deaf environment? And that's the culture we're in. We're living in a deaf culture. We eat death, we breathe death, we associate with death. The music we listen to is all about death. It's about killing. You see what I'm saying? So we really truly have to change our environment and really start. We have to love ourselves enough to change our environment, change our diets, change who we hanging with, change what we listening to, changing what we allow inside of our cipher. You see that? You see what I'm saying? And we have to love our children enough to unplug them from this matrix as well. This is the only way we can heal. But notice it takes a lot of people to fall in hard times or fall in deep hardships to really, really, truly start waking up and like, dang, the doctor just told me I got 8 months to live. Now we want to get it together. No, it's time to change that vibration now. Let's get it together now before we get sick and before you got to come see me. How about I teach y'all how to heal yourselves, and y'all not at the point where y'all need me to heal y'all, and y'all need to call on certain nature paths to heal y'all, where y'all can heal yourselves right now if you just change your lifestyle. It shouldn't always have to be herbs to heal you. It shouldn't always have to be surgery to heal you. It shouldn't always have to be the battle with chemotherapy, whether you should take it or not. It shouldn't always have to be I'm a diabetic or I'm pre-diabetic. How about we do things that change our lifestyle now? That way we don't have to get to the road where we're going. All right. So these are a few questions. And shout outs to everybody in their donations. Y'all getting a lot of packs out there. A lot of people been asking and requiring about a lot of packages too. Make sure y'all read the shipping contract that y'all sign when y'all sign up into the website. And I'm going to always ship out priority herbs first. Meaning if they got stage 4 cancer, and you just ordered a couple parasite eliminations and I need 2 of them parasite eliminations, I'm going to give them parasite eliminations to the stage 4 cancer patient and ship her package or his package off before I ship yours. All right. If they got full-blown AIDS and it just transmutated, so-called transmutated from HIV, you see what I'm saying? And you just need calcium for a broken femur that you had 5 years ago, I'm going to ship that package out first before I ship yours off first, because it's people that's truly dying out here. I mean, dying daily. That's couple few weeks out from death that truly need our help. All right. So y'all got to make sure y'all being patient with us. I'm working with a few around here and we doing a whole lot for the whole nation. So keep that in mind as well, family. All right, so look, we got the questions today. Let's ask the questions. Before we even get into this, though, how are y'all doing? How y'all feeling out there? I mean, the world is turned upside down right now. Babylon is burning, it's on fire right now. America is truly falling right now. I mean, prophecy is popping. How y'all feeling? What type of mindset y'all in? Y'all at peace with yourselves? Do y'all love yourselves, or y'all still trying to figure it out? How y'all feeling out there? We'll get everything started. You know, I ain't never asked y'all how y'all doing. How's y'all doing? Y'all always ask, Yahki, how you doing? How y'all doing? All praises, all praise. That's a good thing. I'm glad y'all feeling good. It ain't nothing. It's wonderful seeing those who oppress you fall, ain't it? Seeing the very system that oppressed you for thousands of years starting to deteriorate and fall on itself, start to collapse on itself. That's a beautiful thing. Hallelujah. I'm glad y'all doing good. Glad y'all doing good. All praises. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Well, look, let's get this started. Now, remember what we're talking about. We're talking about healing and health and spiritual awakening. It all goes hand in hand. So we truly need to start focusing and keying in on these things while we healing. While we taking these herbs, we need to be checking our mental state. We need to check our emotions, our energy and emotions. Make sure these things are in balance by way of your chemicals or by way of your steroids and your hormones, or what we call your 7 glances or the glandular highway. The Indians call it the chakras. You see what I'm saying? The Bible call it the 7 churches. So we most definitely have to focus on these 7 energy centers and become in line, because all sickness and so-called disease is when the body is out of harmony with itself. It's when the body have become imbalanced with energy. All right. So in order to do that, you have to do that on the physical plane, on the mental plane, and on the spiritual plane. All right. You see what I'm saying? So let's get this. All right. It says, okay, so I have had a miscarriage of January of last year. I found out not even a week ago before I lost it. My doctor never did a pelvic exam afterwards. So that's the first sign that's going off. So this lady that had a miscarriage, she found out a week ago. She found out a week before she lost the baby that she had the miscarriage. So this baby just been in her deteriorating, or this feet has been inside of her. And I'm sorry for your lost system, and the Most High most definitely have mercy. So this baby been inside of her uterine. inside the placenta just deteriorating, wasting away. So you already know what's gonna come with that. What comes with a breaking down body is going to be acidosis, period. So the doctor never even examined her pelvic area to make sure everything was out. So we already know just by starting off reading this how this finna end. They just confirmed it was a miscarriage, and my HGC level dropped. What your HGC level is a hormone that's produced by the placenta. The higher it is, that means that these hormones are being produced by the placenta that the baby is actually feeding from, is feeding the baby. So when you see that the levels are dropping, that means that the baby is either deteriorating or suffocating, because the levels are dropping, meaning that the baby is not getting this hormone to stay alive and grow. And this growth hormone that's coming from the fetus is feeding the baby. You see what I'm saying? So it says that her HGC level dropped. So I never had a DNC. That's a surgery that happens. I never had a DNC, but my periods haven't been normal since. Now, the reason why your periods haven't been normal since, first off, the doctor didn't check your pelvis and didn't actually examine your cervix and get inside of there to make sure everything was gone. You probably have, and I know this sounds gruesome, and I know it's, I know this probably going to spark a lot of emotions in you, but sister, you might have pieces of your baby still left inside of you. You see what I'm saying? And these things turn very, very acidic, and then they calcify. And once they calcify, these things start erupting things. They'll stop your period. They'll block your flow. They'll block the uterine wall. They'll disrupt the ovaries. They'll sit on top of things. And they can even cause fibroids and tumors and cysts and size too. So you most definitely need to go get your pelvic and your uterus and everything examined to make sure you don't have anything left behind. Because I bet you 9 times out of 10, sister, that's what's going on. Now, almost like the past, now and almost like the past years, my periods are short. Yeah, something is blocking your periods, and this could be a progesterone and a progesterone problem too that's being produced by the pituitary gland. Because what deals with the female in the male productive system? What deals with that? The master gland, the pituitary gland. That's what deals with your urine. That's what deals with your bedwetting. That's what deals with your water retention. That's what deals with the flow and chemistry of your periods. That deals with the release of testosterone actually from your testicles, how you ejaculate. I mean, anything that's dealing with the reproductive organ, whether it be cleansing or whether it be actually creation. Cleansing or creation, because that's what the productive organ is there for. It's for creation and then cleansing after creation. This all deals with the master gland, which is the pituitary gland, and then the glands that's attached to it, which will be your ovaries or be my testicles. All right, so you most definitely need to get on a glandular or any type of glandular kit just to start cleaning and toning these glands, especially like a tonic or something like that. All right, it says now almost like a past year, my periods are short, light, and painful. See, painful. What are dealing with pains? What's dealing with cramps? These are either muscle spasms or these are acidics. These are acids, acidosis. That's what deals with pain, acids on the nerves. All right. It says, but the blood, look, check this out. It says, but the blood is almost black and mainly tissue. Ooh, see that? So the blood is almost black when it's on the tissue. What do that mean? That means that it's still something in there, and the blood only turns black inside the body is when it's the blood cells start dying off in your body and it's not leaving your body fast enough, meaning that it's losing a lot of oxygen. So she have a blockage somewhere up there. She have a blockage. That's exactly what's going on. All right. It says it just occurred to me that maybe I was past 10 weeks and this could be why. My question is, does it sound like to you? And what would you suggest? My research says an object could be stuck in my vagina. See, we on the same page, sister. See, this is my first time reading this, and I already said that you have something stuck up there. And what I think it is, you have pieces and particles of your baby, of the dead fetus, still stuck inside of your uterine wall. That have to be what it is, and that's what's blocking you. So if you want to go to the doctors and have them get in there and vacuum it and suck them things out, that's what I do. You should get a DNC done for real. You should get the DNC done and have them go in and vacuum and scrape them uterine walls and pull that out. And then afterwards, I'll come back through and I'll make sure you cleanse your whole vagina out, the whole reproductive system. All right, I make sure you cleanse everything out well. I make sure you don't get any type of infections. I'll put you on all of my probiotics. I'll put you on my 3 bitters and just get that cleansing out. And with my 3 bitters, you can actually douche with my bitter 1. That'll keep everything cleaned out, that'll tone up everything up in there, and that'll cool everything down and get all that acidosis out of the vagina wall. So most definitely get the 3 bitters. I will go and get the DNC done first, have them check your pelvis, have them clean out everything, because you have some pieces of a fetus left back in there. That's what's causing you this pain, these crampings, and these problems, and it probably done turned into an infection. And you don't want them ovaries to become affected or that uterine wall, because that can be man. You don't want that pelvic area to be inflamed. It hurts like hell because everything is on fire. You see what I'm saying? So most definitely need to cool that down. You most definitely need to get that 3 bitters, and you're gonna douche with the bitter 1. That's what you're gonna do. Douche with the bitter 1. Once you get it, empty half of it in and call it douche, and the other half you're gonna use for your teas. All right. Check this out. I don't douche or use tampons. That's good that you don't use tampons, but in a situation like this, you do need to be douching though. So the more I thought this came to me, especially for the test to show up when I took it. My test didn't show for 3 months with my daughter and my child. I know that blood is dark when it takes longer to exit the body. So this is a sister that's been listening. This is a sister that's been studying. I just said that. The longer it takes for your blood to exit your body, or the longer it takes your blood to actually circulate all the way throughout your whole body, it becomes thick and it becomes very, very dark. So if she's bleeding and she's only bleeding a little bit, meaning something is blocking that blood from that endometrial on the side of that cervical wall on there from dripping out, that shows something is blocking too. Now we know for a fact that something is blocking this blood, because when it do come out, it's very dark and it's very, very thick. See, that's something that's stopping the flow, something that's stopping her body from cleansing. So she most definitely have a obstruction there. She have a constitution there, something that's stopping it. And 9 times out of 10, it's the fetus, pieces of the fetus that's been left behind. Now, if she's feeling pain, it might done crystallize already. And we see that a lot. And it's been many cases that we done heal people from, where the acids be so thick after that baby done died and they didn't get all them pieces out, that it will weld itself to the uterine wall. Literally means them acids will start burning from the baby to the uterine wall, and it will weld the baby to the uterine wall. Y'all know what welding is, right? That's when you actually burn 2 pieces of metal together. That's what acids and corrosive acid do. It welds things together. So that's probably what you got going on. All right. Here's my number. Woody wop wop wop. Please give me a call. And how do I set up a consultation? Hold on, that's another one. We've already talked about your amino acid package. Yes, that's what you need to do before you get any herbs. Before you do anything, the herb I suggest you get until you get to the doctor most definitely will be the 3 bitters, and start off with that bitter 1. Douche it, drink them 3 bitters down. That'll get the biofilm bacteria back in you too, to help eat up all these acids that's inside the vagina cavity. But you most definitely need to go get that DNC done and have them go in and scrape that wall. If anything left behind, have them cleanse that out. Don't worry about infections or nothing like that. Holler at me. I'll make sure your blood cleansed. I'll get your blood cleansed up. I tone your uterus up for you. I cleanse up your whole vagina cavity for you. So don't even worry about it. But go get that done. Set you a doctor's appointment and get that done. I know that they making doctor's appointment a way back since all this stuff been kicking off. So until then, until your doctor's appointment, order the 3 bitters, start douching and start drinking them teas, and go on like a 12-day fruit fast where you eat nothing but fruits. All right. Let's keep it going. This one says, Shalom, shalom, my brother. What do I need to order for high blood pressure? First thing you need to do is you need to tell me what type of medicine you on, because you might be on a medicine that you can actually wean yourself off of. The second thing you need to do, you need to understand what high blood pressure is. You have systolic, which is your adrenal glands. Then you have diastolic, which is your kidneys. So anytime you're dealing with any type of pressure, you're dealing with the adrenals and the kidneys. All high blood pressure is dehydration. You need to hydrate the body. The best thing that you can hydrate your body with is fruits. Secondly, water. Fruits first, then water. And I want to talk about that a little later. If you really trying to get inside of the hydration and really trying to get off these off the high blood pressure medication, water, fruits, start off with that. And I actually have a blood pressure stabilizer that's on my site. up under packages, I believe. Buy that, and and the reason why I'm not gonna go into depth with this because I talk about high blood pressure a lot. But you have adrenal and kidney problems, so get your adrenals online, get that medulla, that's that back of the brain, get the medulla back online, and you start seeing that you will regulate your steroids and your hormones properly, and then them walls, them valve walls, and them arteries won't be so hard. So hard, and that blood pressure won't press against them valves like that because now you are hydrating things. So you most definitely need to get the blood pressure stabilizer, brother. We're gonna move on. If you want to really talk about blood pressure, I think 3 videos ago. Right now I do time markers on all my videos, so go back 3 videos and look where I talked about it. I talked about it for like a whole hour, brother. All right, and the reason why I'm doing it because a lot of people, I got a lot of questions I need to get to. All right, here go another one. It says, Shalom. I've noticed 2 of my children, ages 5 and almost 6 and 8.5, may have 1 or 2 cavities each. Y'all been eating a lot of refined sugars, a whole lot of sugar, a whole lot of bleach white flours, all of that. Now, whenever you're dealing with decay in teeth, you're dealing with what? What side of chemistry decays things? What side of chemistry is corrosive? What side of chemistry eats and chew up things, especially enamel? And all enamel is what? That's calcium. That's magnesium. What side of chemistry do that? Is it alkaline or is it acid? Do acids chew? Is acids very corrosive? Do acids cause deterioration? Or do alkaline? I thought alkalines make things live. So that means they mouth are very, very acidic because they're eating acidic things. So the first thing you need to do if they have cavities is change their diet. Get them off of all refined sugars. Get them off of funguses. Get them off of yeasts. Get them off all these things because these things are actually overthrowing the saliva because the saliva inside of the mouth is supposed to be alkaline. But the moment that changes, the saliva backs up and starts sitting on the teeth and then start eating away at the teeth. So we know that these children's mouths are very, very acidic. We have to calm that down. What you going to bring in? You're going to bring in fruits. You're going to bring in coolers. You're going to bring in slippery and bark. You're going to bring in marshmallow root. These are the things that calm and cool the mouth, calm and cool the body. Neem, myrrh gum, myrrh powder. You see what I'm saying? White oak bark. These are things that actually cools the mouth. Bloodroot. These are the things that's good for the mouth. The best thing you can do is get my teeth and gum restoration. Brush their teeth with it. Have them brush their teeth 3 times a day and have them gargle with it also. And when they gargling with it, make sure they gargling with swishing around their mouths for probably like 10 minutes at a time. Or you can build them up to it. They're pretty young. They 5, 6. So they have them do it for at least 60 seconds and see if they can build it up to it and start realkalining that body. All right, let me read it again. Shalom. I've noticed that 2 of my children, ages 5 and almost 6 and 8.5, have 1 or 2 cavities each. What regimen should I do with them as far as diet and herbs? The diet should be an all-fruit diet. These are simple sugars. These are what you call monosaccharides and disaccharides. You don't want polysaccharides. Polysaccharides is like sucrose and maltose. These are complex sugars that are refined, and these things break down and deteriorate things. You don't want that. So put them on the simplest fruit ever. I mean, the simplest sugar ever. The simplest sugar that you can get is exactly from what? Simple sugars come from fruits. Simple sugars come from your vegetables. Complex sugars come from meats, comes from candy, comes from popsicles, sodas, pops, and all this other stuff. So you need to take that from their diet immediately because especially the 8.5-year-old. You don't want them permanent teeth to start coming in and getting messed up because one thing you can't give. Look, the crazy thing is you can grow back everything on your body from your liver, from your skin cells, from your bones. I done grew back thyroids. We done grew back we done grew back all types of organs. Guess what you cannot get back? Your adult teeth. You speaking to one that can't get mine back. And ain't that crazy? Healing all types of diseases. I'm still trying to figure out, Yahweh, drop it on me. Now I'm trying to meditate, fast, and just show me the magic. How do I grow a tooth back? You can't do it. So make sure you catch this early. So the diet will be of all fruit diet. The herbs, like I said, get some slippery elm bark, the inner bark of slippery elm. Write this down, y'all. Slippery elm inner bark. Make sure you get some marshmallow root. Marshmallow root, real good. Make sure you get some neem leaf, blood root, white oak bark. All these things are actually in my teeth and gum restoration. That's why I brought my teeth back. That's why I didn't go to the dentist. I actually brushed my cavities out. I don't have cavities no more. Now, did my enamel grow all the way back? Yes, it did. But can I grow a tooth back that I lost? No, you can't. But yes, I've grown my enamel back, but I haven't grown my teeth back that I lost. You see that? So these teeth we can actually build back up. But once they start falling out and once they permanent and they fall out, you can't get them back. It says, I do have them brushing with your teeth. Okay, see, she already on it. I do have them brushing with your teeth restoration powder from the site. But what else should I be doing? You should have them on an all-fruit diet. You should make sure that they're not eating anything at least 3 hours before they go to sleep. Because what happens is this stuff builds up on their teeth and bacteria come in, and bacteria and these acids are having a fight while they sleep. That's why you wake up and your breath stink. What causes things to stink? What side of chemistry that is? That's acids. That's corrosive. That's why when a dead body starts to rot, it smells. That's why when you pull up on the side of roadkill, it stinks. You see, that's why it's good to brush and floss your teeth. The worst thing you can have is a piece of meat, a dead piece of flesh stuck in your teeth at night. That's going to come corrosive. It's going to make your breath stink, and it's going to start eating the enamel away your teeth. Once that enamel goes, deterioration starts kicking in, and start eating at the enamel, then start eating at that bone, because all your teeth is an extension of your bone. Once they get through that bone, it gets on them nerves. You see how it works? It says from the site, but what else should I be doing? I don't want the dentist's opinion, just to be honest. Yeah, so the dentist gonna tell him to pull the teeth, and that's the main thing too, especially with the 8.5-year-old. Be very, very careful with that, because what goes on is what they're doing is they need money. So they want to give you root canals, or they want to pull the teeth. Pulling the teeth is bad because you pull a nerve. You pull a nerve endings. You need every nerve in your body. Okay, root canals is even worse because they drill it into your bones and they pulling a nerve, and then they're replacing your teeth with fake things. Well, you need your teeth and you need your nerves, because your teeth and your nerves is connected to every different part of your body. You can actually look this up. Root canals, most of the heart attacks that people are having had root canals. Look it up. It's an association. There's a very, very, very close association between root canals and heart disease and heart attacks and strokes. Why is that? Because you having them messing with certain nerve ending and certain neurological points that's connected to your whole entire body. These are your mouth is a whole nervous system behind these teeth. What you think your teeth is not only for chewing and grinding up your food, but it's to protect your nerve endings. All right. So don't have them working on teeth, pulling teeth. Now, if it's at a point where it's very bad and very affection, of course, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be extremists here, because you can actually die from a toothache. You can die from cavities because it can affect your blood and affect your brain. And then once it get there, sometimes it become too late. Them abscesses and things like that. This is a corrosive. This is the side of chemistry that kills. This is acidosis. So you have to change these things back. So change the diet. Look, diet, family. Diet is what's going to hydrate you. Herbs is what's going to cleanse you. Diet is what's going to hydrate the body back and start the cleansing process. Herbs is what's going to come in and cleanse the whole entire body. You see what I'm saying? So that's all you need for real. Get some more of my teeth and gum restoration. Put them on an all-fruit diet. Make sure you brushing at least 3 times a day with it, and make sure that them children are using it as a mouthwash as well. And then you'll look up, sister, and they won't have that stuff no more. All right. It says, I don't want the dentist's opinion, just to be honest. I already know what they're going to say. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right, this one. Shalom, shalom, brother. I am very, very, very vitamin D deficient. I have holes in my bones. I have weak muscles. I have dark rings in my eyes. And I have hypothyroidism and calcium problems. Well, that makes sense. Make a lot of sense that you have calcium problems because you actually lacking vitamin D. He's saying he's on supplements. Stop them vitamin D supplements ASAP, because that's not real vitamin D. You only get 2 types of real vitamin D. Vitamin D through plants, which is really called orgocalciferol. Orgocalciferol is vitamin D2. That comes from plants. And then you got cholecalciferol, which is vitamin D3, and that actually comes from the conversion of the sun. Whenever you're dealing with vitamin deficiencies, guess what utilizes your vitamins? Your adrenal glands, your lymph nodes is inside of your lymphatic system, your liver, and your kidneys. So that means you need to work on these systems. That way, when you go out to the sun and you get this cholesterol converted, because all vitamin D is a lipid. Well, I say lipid a lot. I don't think I know what I mean by a lipid. A lipid is like a fatty solvent. It's like an oil, just like high cholesterol. Notice when you get in front of the sun, it burns. It's very acidic. So it raises the cholesterol in your skin. When it raises the cholesterol in your skin, the sulfur from the sun hits it. And then it goes through a process called transmutation, where the cholesterol gets actually converted into cholecalciferol. And this is what your vitamin D is. It's a lipid. Just like if you got high blood pressure, notice most people with high blood pressure got high cholesterol. Why is that? It's a lipid. What it does is it goes and it cools down, or it buffers out acids. So people are like, well, I'm sick, I got high cholesterol. No, this is your body and your immunological system working very, very fine and working at its best, because as soon as it's seen the acids, mucus or a lipid or another lipid called cholesterol, when it ran and got in place and covered the acids up to cool them down. Your body is constantly trying to cool itself down, y'all, because the blood have to maintain a pH balance. What do pH stand for, y'all? pH stand for potential hydrogen. Do y'all realize that hydrogen is acidic? Hydrogen is acidic. That's your universal atom. Hydrogen is very acidic. Did you know water is acidic? Water is very acidic. What makes water alkaline? The electrolytes that's put in the water from the spring, which are called minerals. These are what calms the hydrogen down, because these hydrogen got all types of protons in them. And once you add the electrolytes, or what we call the rocks, or these minerals from these springs, it calms them down. Look, Pete, what water is made out of? H2O, 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. So water is predominantly base acidic. Oxygen is what? Oxygen is alkaline. So we got more of a hydrogen ion is nothing but it creates nitrogen, or what you call a protein. Proteins are protons. These things burn. They're acidic. That's why we have to drink spring water, because spring water brings the electrolytes in to balance out the 2 hydrogens. Now we somewhere about 7 all the way up to 9 pH, potential hydrogen, meaning it's alkaline and things can be birthed from them. Things are living because it's electrical. Y'all see how that go? My cholesterol corrected itself once I raised my vitamin D level. And the reason why I did, Kimberly, because your cholesterol gets converted to vitamin D. Now, the reason why it corrected itself is because most of the cholecalciferol that is being transmutated from the cholesterol actually turns into vitamin D. So it makes sense. Get out in that sun. You don't need supplements. Get out in the sun and let it be converted. And what's going to help that conversion is your thyroid and your parathyroid, because your parathyroid, it produces a hormone called thyroxine. And that parathyroid hormone converts things into calcium. See, calcium is one of the best alkaline solvents, or one of the best alkaline minerals you can have in your body, because it's a buffering system. It's your body requires it. Without it, you die. Calcium and iron. You need calcium. Calcium is what calms down everything. But sometimes it does its job so well that it calms down and cools everything, that it starts calcifying things. That's where you get the word calcify from. You see what I'm saying? Once you really look, true healing is chemistry, y'all. True healing is in biochemistry. Once you learn that biochemistry, y'all, you'll really start learning the body and the anatomy of the body. So you just need to get in the sun. Stop taking them vitamin D supplements. Get your butt in that sun. Get my intercellular cleanse to get them kidneys open, because the transmutation from the sun to vitamin D actually happen in the kidneys, the liver, and the lymph nodes. Get my lymphatic sweep capsules. Matter of fact, just get the Foundation Force. Get the Foundation Force, all capsules. That's your kidneys. That's going to be your liver. That's going to be your lymph nodes, your lymphatic system. It's going to clean out your bowel wall. These are things you're going to need. And then make sure you get on an all fruit diet and you go sit in front of that sun. And you will notice that your calcium will start dropping, because it's going to start being converted into vitamin D more. And by tryptophan, amino acid that's produced in the thyroid and the parathyroid gland, and your calcium will start regulating itself, and you'll start feeling better. Notice people that have vitamin D deficiency are very, very, like, this how you know that it's holistic. Healing, health, and spirituality is all one in one. When the thyroid go down, it stops producing calcium. When calcium stops being produced, the cholesterol go up. When cholesterol goes up, vitamin D gets depleted. When vitamin D gets depleted, you are very sad. You start getting fat and losing a lot, and start gaining a lot of weight. You start being very, very self-conscious of yourself. You don't have confidence no more. Notice that most of the people that suffer from depression have thyroid and vitamin D deficiency problems, showing you that energetic emotion. Remember, emotion, energy and motion has a direct effect on the glands. This particular case, the thyroid glands that produces your calcium that get converted to vitamin D. This is what gives you your dopamines and all of that makes you happy. You see what I'm saying? So your spiritual, energetic side that you cannot see directly affects your physical reality. You cannot mention health, you cannot mention healing, and you cannot mention your spiritual aspect separately. They all have to go hand in hand. You see that? Why capsules versus liquid? I know I ain't supposed to be answering questions right off back, but I'm gonna answer that real quick. So the reason why I want to do capsules, because what capsules go sit inside the small bowel duct. And when it opens up, it goes straight into the villi, or what we call the villo, and the blood capillaries get it, and it goes all throughout the body, and it stays in the body longer. Liquid is good, but liquid has too much of a digested process. So liquid and alcohol will get to the blood quicker inside of your mouth, but it'll leave faster due to infusions and due to cellular respiration. But once you get them capsules, those capsules are encapsulated. It'll go down into that duodenum, and this is where true feeding is at, because in the duodenum is where all absorption takes place at. The duodenum or duodenum, however you want to call it, they call it many different names. This is where the true absorption of any phytonutrients take place at. So what's better than a capsule? Because a capsule, it ain't gonna be destroyed until it gets down there. The acid's gonna hit it. Now you got the biofilm bacteria and all the villi doing their jobs, and these macrophages are actually taking these phytonutrients and giving it to the blood capillaries, and it's gonna be distributed throughout the whole entire body. See, it's better to always start feeding mid-range and start from the mouth, because about time it get right here and get to the mid-range with the liquid, you ain't gonna have no more left. Your metabolic process had already started happening. But when you get it to the stomach and then it open up, now the process now the digestive process take way through the whole entire body. All right, you got that, Loretta? Lynetta, I mean. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. All right, now let's get it. All right, who else we got here? And I'm gonna run through these questions real quick. That way I can really answer y'all questions today. You know, because I know a lot of y'all be wanting questions answered at the end. I'll be able to really pay attention to y'all, answer a lot of y'all questions. All right, this one says, it says, hi, I have what I initially thought was a boil under my right armpit, but it's been here for maybe 3 years now. Boils don't particularly last there that long. If it did start off as a boil, now it's turned into a tumor. Boils and tumors, pimples, acne, all these things are the same exact thing, period. All a tumor is, now you have something called introverted tumors, and you have exterior tumors. You have tumors that grow out of the skin, and then you have tumors that grow introvertedly inside the skin. The only difference between a tumor and a boil is a tumor grows inward and a boil grows outward. That's all it is. It's still full of the same stuff. You pop a tumor or a boil, you're going to see dead mutated cells. You're going to see a little bit of blood, and you're going to see a whole lot of pus, mucus, acidic lymph, period. So there is no difference. We have to get out of the mindset that these things are localized differently, or these things are categorized differently. That's what the doctors in the allopathic mindset does to you. When you in holistic nature path, everything is one. So there is no difference. You pop them, you're going to find blood, lymph, and acids, period. Blood, lymph, and acids. All right. So it says, I done had a boil under my armpit for maybe 3 years now. It started off small, but now have gotten larger. Now, what is happening? If it started off small and gotten larger, that means that this thing is starting to borrow on your blood supply, and it is growing. It's being fed oxygen and more damaged cell. That's how things get big inside or outside of your body. A glomulation is setting up, meaning that your lymphatic system is not moving at all. What side of chemistry make things weld together? What side of chemistry makes cells weld together? Y'all realize that 70 billion cells die every 24 hours. 70 billion. These cells have to go somewhere. They have to go through the interstitial part of the body, then go into the lymphatic system, get inside of the lymph nodes and the macrophages, and the bacteria, the good bacteria, eats these acids up, and then it get eliminated through the kidneys and through the skin. Well, if this interstitial fluid is backed up, these cells start clunking themselves together and clunking themselves together. Once they clunk themselves together for so long, you start to see it with the naked eye. They call these boils. They call these tumors. They call these cysts. They call these styes. These are the names they call these things. So we automatically know off back that your kidneys are not filtering properly, because if your kidneys was filtering properly, your lymphatic system wouldn't be backed up, and you wouldn't have this agglomeration of dead mutated cells making these tumors or making these boils. So you most definitely need to get them kidneys filtering. Whenever you got tumors, whenever you got boils, whenever you got cysts, the diet you should go after immediately is mono fruit fasting. Go on a 12-day grape fast. After that grape fast, break it with more fruits. Stay on the fruits until you start feeling it loosening up. Then you start adding the alkaline herbs, and the herbs will start truly pulling these things out, tugging them through the kidneys, tugging them through the lymphatic system. All right. It said it started off small, but it had gotten larger. I've tried to bring it to a head by using fresh garlic. Well, I don't recommend garlic because garlic is very, very acidic. Garlic on the potential hydrogen scale is actually 2.3. That's 2.3. 2.3 is what you call chemotherapy and radiation. So garlic and chemotherapy is the same thing. And garlic is known for causing leaky gut syndrome. Garlic is known for causing ulcers inside of the body. Now, will I use garlic in an extreme case? Yes, I would. But will I recommend all of my clients garlic? Hell to the no, because these things burn. We're trying to get back on the other side of chemistry, which is the alkaline side, not the acidic side. We don't want to burn. Burning, that's where pain, inflammation, corrosion, deterioration set in. We're looking for resurrection and regeneration. That's in the alkaline side. That's in the Adam and Eve diet. You see what I'm saying? We got to get back into that side, not into the Aaron side where we got cows, where we got goats, where we got lambs, where we got all these meats that are very, very corrosive to our bodies. We got to get back into our angelical form when we was pure electrical bodies. That's the fruits and that's the vegetable and herb side, yielding seeds after its kind. That's the side that we need to get back into, because that's the side that's going to give you eternity in your spiritual body, and it's going to make you have longevity in your physical body. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All right, let's get back into it. It said it started off small, but now have gotten larger. I tried to bring it to a head by using fresh garlic and onions. Onions are good. Onions got a lot of sulfur in them, but you got to watch out for the sulfur too. Got to watch out for the sulfur. What's in antibiotics? Sulfur. You see it right in the eyes when I do my ideology reading. You see that sulfur ring, that yellow oranges ring, meaning that they've been full of antibiotics. Never take antibiotics. Anti means against, all right? Bio means life. So an antibiotic means it's against life because it kills the living cells too. It don't only kill the bad cells, it kills the living cells. What a good thing about onions is onions go in and it acts as a probiotic, but you have to be careful because it got a lot of sulfur in it. And that's that smell you smell. That's why it makes your eyes water. So you got to be careful with that certain type of chemistry as well. So she says she's bringing it to a head by using fresh garlic and onions with no avail. It says, I believe the nodule is sitting on my bronchial nerve because the pain radiates down to my brachial post and pinky finger. You sure right. So she got this tumor or this boil. Remember, there is no difference. This cyst, this crystallized cyst, is pinching that nerve. It's pinching that nerve. Well, if you have any type of tumors, you need to start eating things that are astringent, because we're trying to pull all the acids from the body. We're trying to pull the poisons from the body, get it over into the lymphatic system. That way these macrophages inside the lymph nodes can break them down. And then you can eliminate them through the skin or through the kidneys. You need astringent fruits. You need citrus fruits, very, very electrical fruits, damn near acidic fruits like lemons, key limes. You see that? Key limes, orange pears. Yes, orange pears, savory oranges with seeds. And last but not least, but what I recommend anybody when they're dealing with any type of tumors, grapes. Go on a grape fast. Grape. Because all the flavonoids and the curcumins and the tannins inside of these grapes, man, they do the body good, and they got a way of really pulling, right? And get with me, and I can make you up a skin salve for you can rub under there, and we can see if we can pull it through the skin. We've been pulling tumors through the skin for years now. We just seen tumors pop out of weird places, y'all. I mean, anywhere where it got an opening that a tumor would go. That's why most people find tumors inside of the lymphatic system, lymphoma. They find tumors more near, look, a person with breast cancer, right? A person with breast cancer, when they have a tumor in their breast, why does it always move towards the nipple? Because that's the exit way. The body have a natural mechanism of cleansing itself.
Foreign proteins inside the body do not want to stay there, y'all. You just keeping them there because you constantly eating proteins, and proteins are nitrogen and hydrogen based. These things are acidic. Where you think they get the hydrogen bomb from? That lets you know hydrogen burn things. Yes, they dropped the hydrogen atom bomb in where that place at, knock your socks off somewhere in Japan. It literally froze their shadows to the wall. That's how hot hydrogen is. That's how hot it is. That's how hot nitrogen is. These are proteins. If you crack open a protein right now and you just don't look at the DNA or the RNA structure, we don't have to get into the deoxyribose nucleic acids. Look, nucleic acids, it's still acidic acids. DNA is acidic. That's why we have to bring a balance. It's a balance. It's not about being purely alkaline, because that burns too. That's why you have something called an alkaline battery. Stick your hand in an alkaline battery. Tell me if it feels good. It won't. Bleach is alkaline, like 13.2 on an alkalinity scale. Drink some bleach and see if you live to talk about it. See that? So it's not about being all the way alkaline. It's not about being all the way acid. It's about finding that middle ground. When you're dealing with Yahweh, you are dealing with what? You're dealing with balance. Justified weights and balance. You're dealing with justified correct judgment. That's what we need to be finding. Homothesis. We need to find somewhere where we can balance ourselves out. You can't be all the way alkaline and you can't be all the way acidic. Both of them will kill you. Both of them. You have something called acidosis, which is poisonings of acids. Then you have something called alkalosis, which is poisonings of alkalinity. You have to walk that straight and narrow, that path right there. All right. All right. What was we at? All right. It says, I believe the nodule is sitting. Okay, we talked about that. It says, I have hypothyroidism and I have 3 goiters. Now, we already know right now if she has 3 goiters, what are goiters made of? You crack a goiter open right now, these are actually tumors that sits on the parathyroid and thyroid. The reason why they're goiters and they hard as a rock is because they become calcified for the calcium that the parathyroid has been producing. Through what? Parathyroxine hormone or parathyroid hormone. You see that? So we see that she's lacking calcium utilization. What utilizes the calcium other than the pituitary? Other than the parathyroid, the pituitary gland and the adrenal gland. So she have down adrenals. She need to get them adrenals back up and running. The adrenals, remember, they are size of walnuts, but they're shaped like pyramids and they sit on top of each kidney. These things actually control more than 90% of your steroids and your hormones and your neuromelanin transmitters. You need neuromelanin transmitters to connect and talk to your body to say, hey, breathe. Hey, digestive system, use some enzymes so I can go boo-boo. Hey, digestive system, talk to the pituitary gland so I can release this water and go urinate. Hey, I'm ready to have sex. Bring blood flow down and convert to testosterone so I can get an erection. Dang, my vagina need to be wet. Bring oxytocin down so I can feel desirable to want to even have sex with this man. These are the things that you don't have to physically focus on. It just happened naturally by way of chemicals due to what? Your 7 glands, the glandular highway, the 7 churches of Asia that's up and down in your body. You have to have these things regulated. Her gland is off. And this is hypo, meaning it's down. See, hyperthyroidism is real quick. You can heal that up quick. Hypo, we have to rebuild it because once it becomes hypo, it had to have been hyper at first. Once it becomes hypo, that means that these cells, because remember, every organ and every gland inside of your body is made of what? Cells and 2 fluids and 1 electrical conduit system. What are the cells? You have 150 trillion cells in your body, black man, black woman, so-called black man and black woman. You have over 50 trillion cells, 50 to 80 so-called white man and so-called white woman. You see that? We have particularly more cells than y'all, but notice what you're dealing with. The same structure. You have cells, right? We are prokaryotic cells. Y'all are eukaryotic cells, but still it's cells. You have cells. You have the lymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the body. You have the blood system, which feeds the body its nutrients. Then you have the electrical system. The electrical system keeps all 5 of your bodies in one. Your spiritual body, your emotional body. You see that? Your physical body, your mental body, your astral body. All these are connected by the nervous system and it's connected through the glandular highway and you express them through chemicals. You see that? Chemicals are chemistry. Chemet means to be black. Going back to the melanin neuron transmitters. This is what keeps us here, and this is what keeps us in the simulation of what I call the matrix. You see what I'm saying? And we have to be healthy throughout there. So you have to feed your body electrical foods, electrical things, or what we call electrons, not protons. Protons is proteins. Remember, proteins are hydrogen-based and nitrogen-based. These things are acidic, they're corrosive, and they burn. Then they burn. Notice when your battery's going out, and the battery don't be bad. They say you just had a lot of corrosion around your battery post. And they pour some Pepsi or something on there and knock them off. And then they reconnect them. Now the car not stopping anymore because it's getting the right proper amount of electrons throughout the vehicle. Now it can operate at its highest energetic form. You are a vehicle. This meat suit, this body we in is a vehicle. You have to take care of it. You have to maintain it. You have to maintenance it. Watch what type of gas and fuel you're putting in your body. We are premium. We need premium gas. We need premium food, fruits, nuts, berries, melons, sometimes vegetables. You see what I'm saying? We don't need no proteins and meats at all. It's killing us, family. And I'm not saying this because a lot of people are saying it now. And I've been saying this. I'm saying this because the hundreds and hundreds of people that we have healed, once we got them off the protein and got them off the meat, they got well, they got better. This is not by my mouth. This is by clinical trials, studies, and diagnostic sheets proving once you get off the meat and the protein, because these meats and these proteins are very acidic and destructive, your body naturally heals itself. Am I lying?
Not at all.
Not at all. All right. It says, all right, so she said on hypothyroidism, I have 3 daughters. So what we're going to do is, since you hypo, I need to bring them thyroids up. You most definitely need to get on my thyroid and my parathyroid tincture. You need to get on my whole essential glandular kit. We're gonna tone it and pro-life that thyroid. We're going to shrink them daughters up off of there. You most definitely need to open up your lymphatic system. Man, you need to, for real, what I do if I was you, you need my amino acid therapeutic package. Because I'm going to have to go out after them kidneys. I need to open them kidneys up so we can start filtering all of that stagnated lymph. Once we filter that, then we can start clearing up that interstitial fluids. Because I can't get them daughters off if they don't have nowhere to go. Once them interstitial fluids are open up, now you'll start seeing them daughters shrinking. Now you start seeing them shrinking and go away. You start seeing them dissolving. Then after that, we have to cleanse 150 trillion cells in your body. We have to cleanse them. And then we have to strengthen them, revitalize the cells in the body. You'll look up, you don't have that no more. And she said, I'm overweight. The reason why you're overweight is because your thyroid, what controls the metabolic process in the body? What controls the metabolism in the body, family? Y'all been listening to me long enough. Y'all know this. What's in control of the metabolism of the body? What gland is that? What gland? Anybody? Let's see who's been listening. Let's see who's been listening. What's in control? What controls the actual metabolic processes? What controls the thyroid? That's right, Tamika Holmes. The thyroid. So now we see why this sister is overweight, because her thyroid is not hyper. If it was hyper, she couldn't gain weight because her metabolism is working too fast. Her just hypo, meaning it's working too slow. That means she's putting on a lot of weight and she can't burn it off, because what controls the temperature of the body, family? Huh? What controls the temperature of the body? Huh? When you're checking your basal temperature, what are you checking? What gland is that? You got it right again, the thyroid. So we see that her thyroid is very, very, very underactive, and we need to get activity back going. First thing I'm going to put you on is berries, because berries have all the antioxidants and have all the oxygenation in them. These things are energetics. They're going to start coming in the body and turning things on because it's electrical. That's the woman. The woman is very creative. She's very electrical. She gets things popping. That's what's going to cut these glances on. You see that? That's what's going to bring it up. Now we're going to have to cleanse out the lymphatic system, open up the kidneys, make sure we clean out that small bowel duct with the GI super mover, with the parasite elimination. Get things moving, start cooling the body down. Get rid of all the depression. Sit out in the sun for at least 2 hours of it. That's why I can't wait till my healing center is open, baby. I'm telling you. The healing case is going to go so much faster, because once I'm old, no, you finna go sit in the sun right now. No, this is the type of herbs you need right now. No, this is the type of foods you need right now. We need to truly start creating that healing environment. See, if you can create the environment and just bring people to the environment, man, We got to get this healing center on and popping, man. We got to. All right. It says, I'm overweight. I'm currently breastfeeding my 2-year-old and 2-month-old. Sister, I hate that you breastfeeding them right now. And I know it releases that oxytocin. I know that it brings the bond, but they're literally getting your bad lymph. Because I mean, what you have so many nodules and lymph nodes inside of your breast, and they're sucking on it. So they're sucking all of your acidic lymph. All that acidic acids is going into their bodies. We have to, and that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to really create a breast formula, a breastfed formula for the ones that are sick. And the ones that are feeding their children can actually stop feeding their children. And we create our own formula, our own natural. I don't want to associate it with Inflamil, but that's what it kind of will be like. And that's what we're working on creating now. Hopefully it'll be done by December. And these are for people that are sick, but don't want to have them on that government Inflamil that's killing their babies and really stopping up their lymphatic system. We're going to have them on superfood powders. And it's going to be one of the strongest things. You know what I'm saying? We're making them out of bamboo shoots. We're making it out of coconut coconut skin, and I mean it's the things that we're using to make this superfood is going to be amazing. And we're trying to get it chemically right where it matches to the mother's breast milk. You know, it comes in acids and then it leaves behind the alkaline ash in the baby. I mean, man, this thing gonna make millions of dollars once it's done. It's a very, very smart idea, and ain't nobody did it yet, you know. So I probably shouldn't have told it out loud, huh? Like gonna steal our idea. Oh man. Anyway. It says my 2-month-old constantly has look, check this out. See? Okay, it says I'm currently breastfeeding my 2-year-old and 2-month-old. My 2-month-old constantly have gas, stomach pains, constipation, and is broken out on the forehead with an itchy, scaly patch that covers the entire forehead. Maybe it's eczema. See, because you're feeding the baby all that acidosis from your breast, and she's taking up on your lymphatic system and your genes. So the baby's kidneys are functioning or trying to function properly. So it's trying to expel the things that you're feeding it. That's what, whenever you see the skin break out, these are acids trying to leave through the skin. Just like tumors, when I told you a tumor will find an opening to come out, acids does the same thing. So we see that the babies are getting bad food because you're letting them suck on your lymphatic system and all the acids out of your body. I'm not saying you're doing this on purpose. I'm not saying that you're a bad mother, none of that. So I know you got hyperthyroidism, so don't take that personal and don't get depressed because of it. It's time for us to change the chemistry, and it's time for us to truly start healing our bodies and love our children enough to heal theirs. Sister, you need to go on an all-fruit diet, at least go on an all-fruit diet and continue to breastfeed until we figure out an alternative breast food, and she can get them fruits in them too, and their body can start detoxifying. Go on an all-fruit diet and their body can start detoxifying. You can even take my my parathyroid while you're breastfeeding. You can take a lot of my herbs while you're breastfeeding as well. That way we can truly start healing your children while healing you. And you can detox them through your breast milk because you're giving them all your sickness through your breast milk as we speak. Maybe eczema. I started giving him fruit smoothies. Oh, see, she on the right. You hear that, Queen? She started giving him fruit smoothies once a day that helped a lot with having bowel movements. Yes, because, and the reason why you start having bowel movements on them fruits, because they loosen things up and they cool things down. You see that? Heat put things together. Heat, that sews things together. Coolness break things apart and let things flow. Y'all see that? So she started giving the baby fruits. Now the baby is moving. But whenever he goes back to my milk, look, here you go. Check it out, family. Here you go. But whenever look, let me start right here again. It says, I'm currently breastfeeding my 2-year-old and my 2-month-old. My 2-month-old constantly have gas, stomach pains, constipation, and is broken out on his forehead with an itchy, scaly patch that cover his entire forehead. Maybe it's eczema. I started giving him fruit smoothies once a day that helped him a lot with him having bowel movements. But whenever he goes back to my breast, the problems resurface. What do that mean? See, it's exactly what I said. So, sister, this not rocket scientists. We see exactly what's going on. Your issue is that you're feeding your babies your systemic acidosis by way of the breast. He needs another food source, and unfortunately, his food source cannot be you right now because your food is harming him more than helping him. You see that? So what's the best thing we can do, because the formula is not made yet, we still working on the formula. It's other alternative formulas out here that you can Google and search and research them, but I don't recommend them. What you can do is start detoxifying your body and breastfeed, and that'll start the detoxification of them as well. That's what I will recommend at this point. That's what I will recommend. All right, what else? That's deep, boy. We be on point. All right. It says, but whenever he goes back to the milk problems, the problems resurface. I am starting to change my diet, but I am ashamed to admit that I am addicted to standard American KKK. Yes, that's what it is. She's addicted to the standard American KKK diet. So if you're addicted, that means you got a couple fluke worms and a couple tapeworms. So we need to deworm you. So you most definitely need to get on my amino acid therapeutic package that comes with the parasite elimination. Got quasi in there, or get on my 3 bitters that come with quasi and come with all these other things. That way we can kill these worms, and these worms can quit putting their chemicals in you to make you want to eat these sugars, make you want to eat these refined sugars, make you want to eat these grains, make you want to eat these acidic ash foods, because these acidic ashes is what you're feeding your baby right now. Okay. She said, so it's a struggle, but every day I'm trying to do better than before. And man, Queen, I honor you for that. That's what you're supposed to be doing, striving for perfection. And this let me know that and this is what the whole class is about. You're starting to love yourself, sister Sheba. You're starting to love yourself, and you're starting to love your children. So you're like, hold on, I don't want nothing to happen to my children. I most definitely don't want it to happen to me. What do I need to do to heal myself? And notice the more and more you dig deep into that, you dig deep into your spiritual aspect too. So holistic healing is the whole shebang. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that's the type of road you on. And man, I'm very, very, very proud of you, sister, and keep on that road. Let's see. So it's a struggle, but every day I'm trying to do better than before. I've also been fasting and praying to help with this. That's what I'm talking about. Fasting is very, very good for you. If you can fast for 3 days on water, since you got a hypothyroidism, I wouldn't suggest you do it without water. 3-day water fast, that will reboot your immunological system, and that'll start turning things on, and that'll get your kidneys filtering too. So try that. My 2-year-old, who's also is still on the breast, is always digging in his ears, and his teeth are literally deteriorating. See that? Now, again, if the baby is only on breast milk, right, and a few other things, what type of food is causing this baby teeth to deteriorate? He's only 2. It have to be your breast milk. I bet you if you get you some pH strips, get you some potential hydrogen strips, right, and you put that strip inside of a cup of breast milk, I bet you that breast milk is very acidic, sister. And you see it because it's deteriorating the baby's teeth. You see that? And he's digging in his ears. That is pressure and lymph building up. You need to candle wax his ears. Get him some candle wax his ears. They ear candles, you put them in the ears, you light the tip of them, and it pulls all that pressure and all that wax out. Now, if he still have itching in his ears after that, you might be dealing with a hookworm. And these are brain parasitics, but we can deworm him as well. If you take the dewormer and you're giving that baby your breast milk, that's what's going to deworm the baby. But we can actually, he's 2. We can deworm him on his own. He don't even need your breast milk. We can actually, you can stop feeding him too. He's 2 years old. Get him off the breast. We need to work on the 2-monther. But this 2-year-old, get him off the breast. You might have to force wean him off, because he don't need to be taking all them acids from your breast milk. Get him off the breast immediately. Start him on all fruits. Let's get this baby on some herbs real quick. Let's deworm him. Let's candle his ears. Let's get his kidneys open up and truly get him cleansing. But your 2-monther, you're going to have to detox that baby through you. While you're detoxing, he will be detoxing. Let's see. One tooth is halfway gone, and the other have big holes in the front of the enamel. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, sister. Your milk is very acidic. It's too acidic for this baby. But I need help ASAP. I'm here to help you, sister. I'm here to help you. My doctor's appointment is 6/8/20. So you go to the doctor's, and that's a few days, right? You go to the doctor's in a few days. What I need from you, I need you to get a full CBC chart done. Full CBC chart done. Get you a renal panel done if I could check them kidneys. Renal panel done. And tell them to check them thyroid levels too. I want to see how your thyroxine and how your parathyroid hormone is producing inside that thyroid. get you a full blood work done, and send me pictures of your eyes. Good pictures of your eyes. Very, very good pictures of your eyes. That way, when we writing up your protocol, we can get you healed as fast and soon as possible, because you got a baby, a 2-monther that's on your breast, and we most definitely need to get you hooked up ASAP. She said, thank you for all that you do. I know. Thank you, sister, for believing in me. I know that you are very busy. I do really appreciate your help. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, sister. Yeah, let's get you healed on up. Let's get them babies healed on up. All right, here go another one. This is kind of urgent. I got my period on a Monday, and I've been bleeding heavily ever since, and clotting as well as cramping, and I never experienced cramping while on my cycle. So I took a pregnancy test, and it said I was pregnant. And I'm scared to go to the hospital, and I don't like medicine. Trust me, sister. A lot of us woke brothers and sisters hate medicine, hate the pharmaceuticals. We into what you call what they call it? We into pseudo pharmaceuticals. And I'm not laughing at your man. I'm just a little joke. It says cramping while on my cycle. So I took a pregnancy test, and it said that I was pregnant. Congratulations, sister. And I'm scared to go to the hospital, and I don't like to take medicine. So I have nothing but heating pads to stop the cramping. Please help me. What do you suggest? The first thing I do suggest is you for real, you're gonna have to go and get some vitals done, and make sure that, baby, if it says that you're pregnant and you're going through these crampings like this, and you're heavy bleeding and you're blood clotting, you might be miscarriaging. You might be miscarriaging. You got anything to add?
And the heating pad, putting direct heat down there, is not healthy for the baby as well.
And you see that? And Kawhi saying, if you actually not going through a miscarriage, putting that heating pad directly on your stomach is very, very bad for the baby as well. Notice that's why you can't get in hot tubs and jacuzzis or saunas while you're pregnant. You don't want to burn that baby up and suffocate that baby and kill that baby too. So you most definitely should go get checked out. I know you can, even if they prescribe you, because we don't prescribe anything, but the allopathic community do. Even if they prescribe you medicine, you don't have to take it. You ain't got to take it. Just get your prescription. Never fulfill it. Never fulfill it. But that way we can see exactly what's going on, because they probably can save the baby or something. And God forbid anything is happening. You know, Baruch Hashem Yahweh, we most definitely going to put some prayers over you and make sure that baby, nothing is going on with the baby. But just in case it is, you don't want to have a situation like the first question we asked, and she had a miscarriage and pieces of that baby got left and stuck in her. Now she have infections and she have all types of things going on with her reproductive system because she didn't go to the doctor and get her pelvic exam. So you probably need to get your pelvic exam to make sure you're not miscarriaging. And if you are, they're gonna have to do a DNC on you, go through and scrape all of that out, your reproductive organs, clean up your ovaries, your fallopians, and all of that, to make sure pieces of any pieces or any left back bacteria or corrosive things are not left inside of you. Other than that, if you really want to soothe your stomach, you need to get on my website and order you some slippery inner bark. That'll cool your stomach, and that'll work like a Pepsin and just cool down that area, because all that acidosis is going on right now, because there's a lot of chemical processing going on and activities. See, what we need to understand with creation, with birth, with death, with walking, with breathing, with eating, all these things are called an activity. Whenever you're dealing with activity in a human body, it's going to be a byproduct from it. 99.9, I'm not saying a whole 100%, but 99.9% of the time, the byproduct is acidic. And that's why things hurt and burn. Just like working out, that produces something called what? You sweat. This sweat produces something inside the pores of your skin and muscles called lactic acid. Remember, acid is the burning side of chemistry. So that's why when you wake up, your muscles are aching and they're stiff, because acids make things go together. You're literally burning proteins together. So that's why when you make a muscle, you got rocks like this tall, because you done burnt and scarred so many proteins, tissues, and that's what builds the muscle. But it can't stick together if it don't have a type of acid. That's why we say working out is very acidic. Use your own body weight while you're healing, because if you're working out, it's going to produce an acidic environment. And that's what's happening. You got a lot of activity going on because of pregnancy. That's using a lot of your energy and a lot of your calcium. So you have a lot of acidic changes and metabolic processes going on. So what I suggest you do is, for real, get you the Heal All. Most definitely you need some Heal All. I will get you some slippery inner bark, some marshmallow bark, marshmallow root. What else is a good cooler for the stomach? that ain't gonna have her boo-booing everywhere. And some white oak bark and some white willow bark. That's what I do. And you can do that and take them teas until you figure out what's going on, because these things that I'm mentioning is not going, if the baby is there, it ain't nothing that you can't take while you're pregnant. It ain't gonna get rid of the baby real fast and stuff like that. All right, that's what I suggest. And go on an all fruit diet. You can never go wrong going on an all fruit diet to cool things down. That'll help you out with your bleeding. That will ease your cramps and everything too. And them cramps are probably muscle spasms. So, but you do need to go to the doctor though. Go to the doctor and because I don't have nothing where I can go and look inside of you. I don't have nothing where I can take you to the X-ray room. So don't get it twisted. The allopathic practice is very good for surgeries. They're very good for pharmaceuticals when you're going through surgeries. I can't prescribe you something that's going to put you to sleep and put you out if I can pull a bullet out of you or put you to sleep or numb you up so good that I can take a baby out of your stomach and stuff like that. So they have their purposes. They just not healers. But if you need surgery, you need some bullets taken out, you need to be put to sleep, to have some stents or something put in you. They good for x-rays. They good for looking inside of you, UVs, and all. They good for that. So go use them for what they're good for. Just don't have them giving you they pharmaceuticals, because that's the chemistry side, and it's very acid. And they totality and death rate is super high. The doctors done killed more people than a mob. The doctors done killed more people than anybody. And they're straight murderers is what they are. And I'm not talking about them as individuals. Half of them don't even know that they killing people. But it's who taught them. And y'all know that the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds are over the pharmaceutical companies, and they own all the hospitals globally, y'all. So that should let you know a lot about them. The shape-shifting 13 bloodlines, the true evil elites of this world. Yeah, the reptilians. All right, so yep, that's one for you. All right, this one says, Shalom, bro, Yahki. Matter of fact, before we keep going, if y'all understanding everything so far, type in some nines and we'll keep going. If y'all get everything so far, y'all writing this stuff down, type in some nines and we'll keep it pushing. Let me know if y'all still here. Let me know if y'all paying attention. Type in some nines and we'll keep it going. All right, all praises. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right. This one says, Shalom, bro, Yahki and staff. I have asthma. I have had asthma since birth. I've been trying to come completely off the meds. What you mean by meds? Steroids? It's probably making your asthma worse. I've been trying to come completely off the meds. At times it's successful, but then I have flare-ups, inflamed, flare is a part of a flame, letting you know what? Shows you that asthma is nothing but acidosis and inflammation. You see that? Inflammation of the bronchial tubes and of the lungs. Flare-ups from time to time. I cut out all meats a month ago. All praises. You're gonna start feeling a lot better since you got rid of these systemic corrosive proteins. He off the meat, so he automatically gonna start feeling better because he off the meats. I eat fruits, vegetables, beans, lentils, rice, peppers, and alkaline water. That's why you ain't feeling better, brother. You need to get off the beans. Beans are nothing but nitrogen based. They're very corrosive and they will kill the kidneys. Beans will rip the kidneys to shreds. Get off the beans. And beans, you can't break down and process beans. Notice beans come out like corn. There is no metabolic breaking down process to beans. And the kidneys cannot digest protein. So get off the beans. That's causing a lot of your inflammation. Step back off the lentils. I'm not saying stay off the lentils for a long time, but get off of them while you're healing. Most definitely get rid of that rice. Get rid of that rice. You don't need to be on no hot peppers. Now, if you on sweet peppers, red peppers, and stuff like that, that's cool. But you don't need to be on nothing that's going to stimulate a mucosa response. So if you're on cayenne and stuff like that, stay off the cayenne and all of that, because it's going to stimulate a mucosa response. And if you have asthma, you don't want no mucus backing up into them lungs, because it's going to cause what? Alkalosis. It's going to cause things to get more inflamed. Now you're going to have to think to breathe. Now, what's in control of your breathing, family? What glands and what system is in control of breathing? Huh? The autonomic nervous system. What's in control of the autonomic nervous system, family? What's in control of it? The autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. Huh? The adrenal glands. So you truly, that's right, Uriah. Uriah on it. That's right, Uriah. We need to go out the adrenal glands because the adrenal glands controls breathing. The adrenal glands controls the lungs. The adrenal glands controls the exhale and the exchanges of gases. This is all about the adrenal glands, the melanin neurotransmitters, and the medulla. Now, let's not forget the medulla and the hypothalamus gland. These things controls the cellular respiration and the breathing and exchanging of oxygen and gases. So we need to go after them adrenals, go after them neurotransmitters. You need to most definitely get on my adrenal kit, get on my brain nerve and adrenal kit, get on that ASAP. And you need to start kicking yourself off these steroids. See, the thing about steroids and hormones is that your gland, your 7 churches or your glandular highway, your 7 wheels, your chakras, whatever we want to call them, your body already produces these natural steroids naturally. Now, if they're not producing them, that means that your adrenals are in the dump. Check your blood pressure. I bet you your systolic is very, very low. Most people that got asthma have very, very low systolic. Their top number is very, very low all the time. So they're not producing a lot of melanin transmitters, and they have to think to breathe. You see that? So what was my thought? I lost my thought. So basically, you need to most definitely go after your adrenals and get your adrenals online. That's my thought. I was saying this. When you start getting steroids and you start getting hormones that's synthetic, that's created in laboratories, that's not naturally given through you through the sun and through fruits and vegetables and herbs, when you start taking these things, your body stop producing them because your glands is like, okay, why the hell am I producing corticosteroid if I'm getting corticosteroid from a damn pill? You see that? Why will I produce oxytocin if I'm getting oxytocin from a pill? So these things truly, truly shut down your glands when you start taking these synthetic, the synthetic properties that look just like them, because the body don't stop producing them because it's getting them. Now the adrenals don't gotta work because it's getting steroids. You see what I'm saying? So now every time you got to think to breathe, you got to get your inhaler. What's the inhaler full of? Steroids. And what this do? These steroids truly push and locks that carcinogens, they call that cancerous causing, and they push and they lock all this acid and all this mucus inside of your lungs, and it makes the problem worse. So you need to get my respiratory kit. That'll be a good kit for you. Get my respiratory kit, and it's pretty cheap too. Go on my website, go into kits and bundles, and get my respiratory kit. That's what you need. And get off of them beans, get off them lentils, get off that rice, get off them peppers if they hot peppers, and most definitely get off that alkaline water. The only true alkaline water made by Yahweh is natural spring water or water that comes from inside the ground, period. Because the electrolytes is what makes the water alkaline. There is no such thing as alkaline water. Water is acidic. 2 hydrogens or nitrogens and 1 oxygen. That's acidic. Only thing that makes your water alkaline is the electrolytes that's put in them. So what's natural electrolytes put in your water? Spring water. Because the water goes through a spring and push against the rocks, and it collects these electrolytes from it. That's what stabilizes your acidic water. Anybody that got man-made alkaline water is all fake, because again, these are synthetics. So the only true alkaline water that you can drink is mountain water. Water that comes straight from the mountains, water that comes straight from in the ground, or water that comes from springs. All right. What else you say? It says, I can't be the brother to tell or heal people in their condition without healing myself. I feel you, brother. What you can do is get the respiratory kit. Start on that. I'll walk you through it. You can get my ingredients off of there and start studying them ingredients I got on all of my herbal regimens, and start off that way. See the diet that I put you on, write down and document everything, and then you can help somebody after I heal you, or after the herbs heal you. You can heal somebody else that's suffering from the same thing. You see what I'm saying? What more can I do, or am I doing something wrong? Yes, you're doing something wrong. Your diet is wrong, and the steroids you're on is wrong. Don't come off the steroids until you start cleaning up your body, though. The beans, the lentils, the rice, the peppers, and the alkaline water. That's what you're doing wrong, brother. I do have access to herbs. Okay, well, get up with me. Book a consultation. I'll tell you the herbs to get, brother. It ain't no thing. I'll tell you what to get. I don't hide the information at all. We give it away freely. I've been watching your live feeds for a few months now, whenever I'm able to. All right, that's what's up. You think I should stop it right there and answer questions on the board? We got it's 9:30. All right, it's 9:30. I'm finna answer a few questions y'all got for me, because there's a whole lot of other questions here. We'll get to that next Tuesday. So let me mark these out where I left off at. Bang, bang. All right, I'm finna start answering some of y'all questions. All right, what y'all got for me? Before y'all start asking anything, did y'all get some understanding? Did y'all write down? Did y'all get an understanding on everything that was going on? Type in some 9s for me. And then I can start answering a few of y'all questions. Type in some 9s for me, and then we can keep it pushing, keep it going. All right, all praises. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. It says, this Janae, I'm gonna answer this one first. It says, how do I schedule a consultation? I'm waiting for my membership to be approved on the website. We go through, we try to approve them every 48 hours. We go through and look at the names. If the name don't look like a real name, we don't approve you. And if the signature is not right, we don't approve you. How you go get a consultation? What you do is you will book a consultation under booking services on my website. It's gonna let you book your own time, but you can't book your own time. It's gonna let you though. But what happens is once you get a link to pay and you pay your consultation fee, one of my staff members, usually it's Ruby. Ruby will reach out to you, and then she'll set the time and date. I only do consultations 2 times out of a week. That's on Mondays and Wednesdays. So it might let you book a consultation on Tuesday. That's not going to be a consultation. You see what I'm saying? And if you ain't paid for the consultation, of course, you ain't going to get it anyway. So go on there, go on to booking services, put in all your information. Ruby will contact you and book the time and the day after you pay, and then we'll call you on that time and day. That's how that works. And if you want to be a member, what you have to do is sign up with your full name and give me a signature that I can read. If I can't read the signature, I'm not approving you. If the signature don't match your full name, I'm not approving you. Period. If you just signing in with one name, I'm not approving you. If you signing in with just your email and a signature and not your full name, I'm not approving you. This is because the FDA and all the government been on me very, very hard with this healing stuff, and I don't want to get in trouble and get y'all in trouble either. You see what I'm saying? So everything have to be legal, y'all. It have to be, and that's the reason why I have a private membership. That way you can log in, you done signed your contracts, and we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. We can talk about healing, and I can start healing y'all of HIV, AIDS, sickle, all these different diseases without having to hear from these snaky, backbiting, murderous heathens of a government we have. All right. Who else we got? We got Ashara Ruak, Yashara, Kimberly, Shalom. I was injured in a car accident in 2009. I had emergency surgery on my spine. A disc was removed. Long story short, it left me with a pinched nerve and nerve damage of my lower legs, ankles, and feet. What herb can I use to reverse this problem? First thing, whenever you're dealing with the nervous system, you're dealing with circulation and you're dealing with the brain and the central nervous system. The fruit that we offer is berries. Get you on a high berry diet, sister. High berries to start opening these nerve ways up in these meridians. They call them nerve meridians or melanin pathways. That way you can start shooting electricity and oxygen back to these pinched areas that haven't been getting oxygen. So you need to go on an all fruit diet and make sure that your diet is very, 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 very high in alkaloids and in oxygenators, well, what we would call fruits, antioxidants. After you do that, you need to be on blue vervain, bugleweed, hawthorn berries, anything that's going to excite that nervous system, anything that's going to excite it, not calm it down. That's what valerian root do. Valerian root going to calm the nervous system down. We need to excite it. We need to get that electricity moving and flowing properly again. What you can truly do is get my nervous system kit. My nervous system kit, go on my site, go on kits and bundles, get my nervous system kit. Make sure you're drinking a lot of spring water, and you need to be going a 30-day berry fast. All type of berries. That's all you're going to eat is berries. Whenever you start getting super hungry, have you a big old fruit salad bowl where you eating all the fruits mixed together. Always eat your melons separate, though. Don't ever mix your melons with other fruits because it creates alcohol, and that truly will start messing with your liver. That's what you need to do. And holler at me, book a consultation before we can talk. We can most definitely get you back. We can get you back. All right, who else we got? Latrice Reed. I already signed up and asked a question last week. He said he will say it on live, but I didn't know if I missed it. Came on late. You probably missed it because all the questions we asked. So you probably missed it, Latrice. If I didn't get to it, rewatch this. If I didn't get to it, I make sure that I answer it inside your portal on the website. And that's the beautiful thing about my website. You have your own personal portal, and we can talk back and forth without nobody interrupting, nobody being in our business. That's why I love the website. That's why you have to become a private member. That way you can rap with me on it. All right, who else we got? All right, this is Sulav. It says, can fruit berries boost A1C levels? I mean, yes, it can. It can, but I know it regulates them a lot also. So yeah, it can. Who else we got? This Alicia Penny. What to do for low heart rate? Low heart rate, you need to speed up the heart rate movement. But what controls your heart rate, again, is your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system, which would be amino acids, or melanin neurotransmitters. That's adrenals. That's your adrenals. You need to get your adrenals back online, Alicia. That's what controls the heart rate. Your adrenals in the dump right now. You have hypoadrenals. Once you get them adrenals right, you start feeding them adrenals the foods they need, and you start getting them correct hormones and steroids producing properly from them. Notice your heart rate is going to regulate itself out. So you most definitely need to get on my brain, nerve, and adrenal kit. Brain over the adrenal kit, Alicia Penny. Brain, nerve, and adrenal kit. And make sure you're eating all fruits while you healing. And make sure you're drinking a whole lot of spring water. Hydrate the body. All right. Emily K. Shalom. I have my thyroid taken out years back. I am 52. I sometimes feel pains in my toes and my fingertips. That's because you have the lack of utilization of calcium and the utilization of blood flow. Whenever you feeling numbness or whenever you feeling pain in fingertips and toes, these are nerve endings and these are circulation problems. Well, what deals with that? Your calcium. Well, what produces calcium? The parathyroids that sit on the thyroid. My question is this, Emily K, did they take a piece of your thyroid, or did they take your whole entire thyroid and now they're giving you supplements, synthetic supplements for them? Answer me that. And y'all be asking all the questions. Hold on, I done missed it. Hold on, where I'm at. Bang, bang. All right, Paul Bateman, my brother. Y'all need to thank this. Hey, Paul, a lot of y'all need to be personally thanking Paul Bateman. A lot of people get free packages because of this brother right here and his generous donations, y'all. So this is a very, very important brother online. He helped a lot of y'all out. I know he don't be wanting me to blast him and say that, but he do. So y'all need to thank Yahweh for brothers like him, because without this brother Paul Bateman and a few other brothers like Chris and them, a lot of people wouldn't even be getting healing packages because these herbs are expensive, and he's always helping out and he's always feeding his family and helping out people. So most definitely congratulate and give him a thanks and let that brother know right there that he is greatly appreciated. It says, fam, my son have schizophrenia. I need help. Hit me up in the portal, Paul, and I'll call you tomorrow. And we'll create a regimen for him. We'll most definitely create a regimen for him. All right. Tabitha Israel. It says, my left leg been hurting for over 2 months now. My ankle is swollen up. Seems like edema. Something's wrong with the kidneys if the ankle's swollen, and I have swollen under my knee. Sounds like edema. Please help me. What do I need to do? I asked this question on May 6th. Please help me. Tabitha, what you need to do is go on a fast. You need to do a fast, an all fruit fast. Fast. You got edema going on, meaning that your kidneys is not processing the excess water and acids, or what we call lymph. So all of it is draining down. That's where you get draining from. That's edema. It's because the kidneys are not working properly. You need to go on an all fruit fast. You need to get my inner cellular cleanse to open up them kidneys and start really filtering that lymphatic waste. And it's going to be used as diuretic. The diuretic is very good. It's like a Lasix. You can start really urinating all of these fluids out, and that fluid won't be in between your joints and on them nerves, and you won't be feeling all that pressure in your knees and your ankles, and that's where that pain is coming from. So you need to open up your kidneys. You need to get that lymphatic system moving, and we need to get you going to the bathroom. So my foundation 4, and if I was you, I would do the foundation 4 tinctures. We should get you on the tinctures. Matter of fact, let's do you on the capsules. You don't need to add no more water to what you got going on. Let's get you on the capsules, and the capsules that help dry you out a little bit too. And that's a good thing I do like about herbs. Herbs dry you out. That's why you have to be very, very hydrated while you on herbs and while you on the fruits, because the herbs they're astringent, they dry you out. So get on my foundation 4 capsules and go on an all fruit diet, sister. And that'll help you out. That'll help you out right there. And stop eating anything acidic. All right, I'm going to answer one more question. All right. Feed Bill says, how do I contact you about purchasing Albright already made? Hit me up through the website, through your portal, and we can work on that. I'm scared to buy the whole herb and attempt to make and rinse myself. Would you recommend if someone hasn't cleansed in years? What would you recommend if someone haven't cleansed in years? Hit me up through your portal. I can have Kawhi make up the Albright stuff for you. What if you haven't cleansed for years? Start off with my 3 bitters. Start off with the 3 bitters and start off with the foundation 4s. Them are the basic recommending healings that you will need. Them are your basics that you will need. All right. I'm waiting on mine. Excited. Yeah, yours on the way. Yours on the way. We just packed up your purple sea moss and stuff today, so yours gonna be on the way, sis. All right, look, I love y'all indeed and in truth. I hope that this video was very edifying for y'all. Let's start loving ourselves. Let's take back our awakening, our culture, and our consciousness. Let's start healing ourselves and healing one another. And let's start sharing truthful information. And look, peace, love, and light will heal all. So we got to stay in that vibration, y'all. Let's stay in that vibration. Let's love one another. Let's build with one another. Let's shop with one another. Let's produce with one another. We really we all we got, so we really need to stick with one another, y'all, and truly build, uplift, and just encourage one another. So peace, love, and light. Shalom, shalom. I love y'all indeed in the truth. Most high willing, I'll see y'all Tuesday. All right, peace, family.
Just because anything can now be delivered with Uber Eats does not mean you can eat anything. So stop thinking that not food is food. Got it? Food.
Money flows easily to me. My financial freedom is only one step away. Abundance is flowing to me. I feel good